Let's record this. Ooh, wow. So 3 more people are joining us. 3 more people confirmed to join. Let's just wait for them. For now, I would love for you to relax. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy you're here to the early birds. Of course, my soulmate student, dear Patty. This is like our third or fourth collaboration. So I'm really, really grateful for you. I'm so honored. Also, I love receiving from your divine wisdom. And I really love us sharing energies together as a beautiful vortex together. So people are messaging me now. They cannot enter the link that I sent, but some of you were able to enter. So again, we are more powerful than Mercury retrograde. So we got this. We're gonna do this together. Yeah, 3 more people are having some issues connecting. So let's wait for them. If you can kindly send them the link to our manifesting group chat, that would be great as well. If you're not yet part of the group chat, the link is bit.ly/manifest WhatsApp. And yeah, so welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. We are very happy. Take a moment to settle in. You can turn your camera off while we wait for more beautiful souls to join us. Grab your water or your warm cup of tea. Light your candle if you have one. I don't know if you see my background, but I have a candle there with my oracle cards and plants over there, if you see it. So I have set the intention for this manifesting vortex to really open and expand and amplify and bless all our intentions. And yeah, grab your water or your warm cup of tea, and get comfortable, get cozy, and we will be expanding and receiving. We will be amplifying the wins, celebrating the wins, and also releasing what no longer serves us. So know that you're in a safe space. And while we wait, also, I encourage everyone to feel free. Wait, hold on. Am I recording? Yes, I am. So feel free to share in the chat one win you're celebrating right now, no matter how small, and one intention you are setting for this masterclass and for the rest of 2026. And we always start by celebrating, because what you celebrate, you expand. And we want to expand everything that is already working in your life before we recalibrate what is ready to shift. So we will celebrate your wins, and I just wish and pray and intend that every person in this room would feel seen and know that you're in a safe space. Will make it really relaxing for us. Powerful and loving and relaxing as well. So thank you in advance for sharing your wins and your intention. And yeah, let's wait for the others to hop in. I'll make all of you co-hosts. Thank you for being here, Akshata. Thank you, my dear. Thank you, Dee, my love. Congratulations for all the collaborations. Manifesting vortex opening up, and all the clients, and also this new chapter of your life. And of course, dear Rashina, thank you for being here. I know you're busy. I know so many things going on, and you're in this period of introspection. So yeah, I'm really, really grateful that you're here in this masterclass, and you're sharing beautiful energies. I'm making you all co-hosts so that you can record it, and also you also have the lifetime access to replay. Hold on, I'm making you all co-hosts. I'm multitasking while speaking. And yeah, and also, of course, when you register, you also get lifetime access to the replay. And you also receive energetic blessings and personal oracle guidance within this next 8 days from Patty and I. And so welcome, welcome to our dear power couple, Nitu and Sunil. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you. Again, thank you. We have Indians and Filipinas here in the room. Indians and Filipinos. Akshata is also Indian. And yeah, I learned I have Indian roots. Yeah. I recently I learned that I have roots from Indian roots, and also Chinese and Spanish, and that in our family gathering, I found out that I have roots from Siquijor, like the island in the Philippines where there's a lot of magic and mysticism and healers and yeah, herbalists and witchcraft. I just found out that because my okay, a small commercial break. My by the way, while I tell my story, feel free to share your wins and your intention in the chat. Okay. My grandmother, the mother of my mom, okay, the grandmother of my mom, sorry, the mom of my mom, oh, it's my grandmother, um, has an adoptive father and a biological father. I didn't know the biological father. All I knew my whole life was my great grandfather, who is the um adoptive father, the one who adopted her. And then I found out that the real biological father is the one from Siquijor, the mystical island in the Philippines. And that explains why I'm like, I am trying to figure out why I'm the odd one out, why I'm so different from my family. And I realized maybe it's my biological great grandfather who I inherited all these gifts and magic and mysticism from. So yeah, again, we are so happy that you're here. This is a very relaxing and chill masterclass and also empowering as well. So again, you can turn off your camera. Um, no need to turn it on, but we just ask for you guys to turn it on during our picture taking as a group. Yeah, but of course, if you want to turn it on, that's also good. I mean, whatever feels good for you, we respect you and we want to honor you in whatever way or form you can fully receive without being conscious, without being like, performative, or without having the excess potential. We just want you to relax so you can even be in bed. I have students who are with me while showering. They're listening to me while they're showering, or drifting off to sleep. So again, feel free to just receive. We have a lot of blessings, manifesting, vortex energy and declarations, faith statements, healing mantras today. And Patty will be sharing with us deep teachings about collapsing time later and becoming the new default. So again, I would love for you to share your wins, because we always start by celebrating, because what you celebrate, you expand. And we want to expand everything that is already working in your life. Gratitude is a miracle magnet, is an amplifier. Before we recalibrate what is ready to shift, we celebrate first, and then we bless your intentions. If there's anything that you want to process or shift, transmute, you can share everything in the chat. These are just guidelines. Whatever you want to share, please feel free. We honor you, we celebrate you, we see you. And I want to share my own wins too, because we celebrate together in this community. I just got back from Bangkok, Thailand, and that is my win. I was on my much deserved girls' trip, drinking my favorite coconut juice. A lot of you knows, a lot of you here, if you eat with me, you would know already how I love coconut juice, and so fresh in Bangkok, with in the shell with the flowers. I was visiting temples with my high school best friend. I was dancing, eating the most delicious food. I was bonding with Chucha, my high school best friend. I was healing my inner child with her. We were playing princess dress up. It was her idea. Honestly, I was like, I've never really done a dress up in costume day in another country. And I was like, from now on, I'm gonna dress up in costume in other countries whenever I visit. And I wonder if there's one in the Philippines. But it was just so fun. We were dressed like as princesses, Thai queens and princesses for a day. And we had our hair done. And It's so fun. We're creating content together. It was her idea. She's also very artsy. Honestly, she was the one who made my wedding gown. To those who know, to those of you who know me, I'm annulled. So I used to be married before, and Chucha, my best friend, was the one who created my wedding gown from start to finish, like sourcing out from Divisoria, the textile, the raw materials. And she was um enrolled in UP. She graduated clothing technology. So she really did created, made, sewn my whole wedding gown. Anyway, so she's very artsy as well. She draws, and then yeah, I dance, but she draws. Like we have this different aspects of being creative, but we love creating content together. We have a lot to edit because we did like the transition, but it was so fun, like so fun. And my inner child was so healed. At first, I didn't want to go because I want to save money, or I'm uncertain about my next years, but I was like, let's celebrate because I received abundance. I received um cash commissions from real estate lot deals, and also of course I have clients coming in, and yeah, the money in the bank of course is there, but I was gonna save that money for something else. But my spirit, my soul was really telling me to go, and I was just fully receiving every bit of that beautiful time for myself. And I realized I love investing in myself. I love saying yes to experiences that stretch me, that expand me, and remind me who I really am. And the reason why I went there is because my professional dance instructors who I met in the Philippines in a dance festival that I attended last month is on a tour. So after Philippines, their next stop is Bangkok, and they were inviting me because they love me. I love them. We love each other. We love creating content, also with like dance videos together. And so I took dances classes with them, and then there in Bangkok, so I'm like another reason to go to Bangkok aside from the delicious food. I also have a friend there who's a chiropractor who gave me a free chiropractic adjustment. That friend is I know I'll have a lot of stories, but I just want to blurt this all out and share all these with you. Um, I have a friend who um let me just stop my sharing. I have a friend who is a chiropractor who is now based in Bangkok. I met him here in the elevator, such synchronicities, um, 3 years ago. And it's so amazing also because at that time I was wearing thigh pants. I was wearing the yoga pants that's loose. And then he was like, nice pants. And then that started our conversation. We became friends, like really, really good friends. So he's a chiropractor, I'm a Reiki, I'm a master energy healer, and we would do healing swaps. And yeah, but this time he was just really fully giving. We didn't even swap. I didn't have to do like a full session on him. And I like, oh my gosh, I did a chiropractic adjustment. It was so healing. And it took just like 15 minutes or 10 minutes. So yeah, that, and I met healers. So I realized also that my dance instructor Julian, the guy, the Mexican guy, so there are two of them. There are a couple, Mira and Julian. Mira is Indian and Julian Indian again, in this room we're all Indian energies, and Filipina. So Julian and is the male and Mira is the female. They're a couple. And I just found out that Julian is a doctor by profession, like a general practitioner. He studied in US for 10 years. I wouldn't have known if I didn't, really talk about their past, and like we had deep conversations together, and they had that amazing strength. And Mira also was in a high paying job. Both of them are in high paying jobs because Mira is an Indian who speaks German, and so she's a visa officer for like the German embassy or something. And then Julian is a doctor, a general practitioner. So they both earn good money, high paying jobs, high status jobs. But then now they're traveling the world as professional dance instructors. I'm like, if that is not sending me a message for me to share my people, then I don't know what what is the message? What other message is there than what, like something so obvious? I'm trying to rephrase it in the best way possible. The message from the universe is clear for me to tell you that we all have the birthright to follow our passions. And they were not. I was like, why didn't you tell me in the first session that you're a doctor? I'm like, and he's like, I don't go around telling people I'm a doctor. They're so humble, like the most humble human beings, spiritual beings. Oh, they're such healers also. Of course, Indian people, they're all, I feel like all Indians, the high vibe ones, are, healers, natural healers. I honestly believe if like you're the most expansive version of you as a practicing Hindu, I feel when you're coming from pure love frequency, it's very healing naturally. I really believe that. I have many Indian connections, and it just so happens that in this room, right, we have a lot of um, that energy, the Hindu energy in this room. I mean, Denise is Indian as well. Sewani, yeah, right. So this is so good. This is so good. So I just want to tell my story. So Julian is a doctor, and now he chose to dance and chose this life, this touring around the world. Of course, he can come back to being a doctor again, but now it's just they know they're following their passion, they're following their intuition, and they show up with so much humility, so much grace, so much love. Until now, we're messaging each other how much we love each other, and I love paying them for my classes. It's not like I just love enrolling in them, and they give me discounts. They give me even me without asking. They give me additional hours. They teach my son as well. They gave my son a free bachata class. My point is, and salsa. I mean, my son loves salsa, but then they gave him a free bachata class, a basic foundations class. Anyway, I have so much to share. It's like I have so much wins, and I want you to share your wins in the chat, please. Even if you are called to share more than one, please do. If you're not, if you don't want to, save energy, if you're willing to just type and type, just feel free. I'll be reading your responses. Oh, another Indian, Shilpa, is messaging me right now. Shilpa Kudekar, hello my love, on WhatsApp. So I love the energy. So Mira is like my soul sister. And then I found out that Mira is born September 1 and I'm born September 2. It's like such synchronicities. These past weeks, these past days are just full of synchronicities, I'm telling you. Also, there's one more. It didn't stop there. So this warmth, this genuine humility from my professional dance instructors, and also my chiropractor friend who is now based in Bangkok, and they just so happen to be both or to all be in Bangkok. I met another one, Sabrina. Sabrina is a veterinarian nurse, and she's from Hong Kong, and she treats animals, and she's living the most beautiful, intentional life. She's also a yogi, so she's also into healing, and we met in dance because she also met um she also met Mira and Julian in another socials, and she works 3 weeks a month and spends like 5 to 6 days traveling every month. So 3 weeks for work and then 5 days or 1 week a month she's somewhere in the world. Like now she's in Bangkok, and then next month she'll be in Romania, and then next month she'll be in Barcelona. So she's living the life, and she has designed her life so intentionally that freedom is her default. She works as a veterinary nurse. So I met healers this weekend, and I was with my best friend, my high school best friend, and I was so like, I was almost not gonna book the flight until my son Alan told me, go do it. I traveled to Japan with my friends. Go, it's your turn. Go have. I was inviting my son to to Thailand. And then he's like, I want to be with my friends. I want to play football. I want to stay with my friends here in Manila. You go with your high school best friend. You go have fun, mommy. Like, he's the one who encouraged me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to book now. So I booked a few hours before the flight. And I've never really done that. Mostly it's like at least 24 hours before the flight or a month normally. But I've done like at least 1 or 2 days before the flight, but just a few hours. I've never done that. Just now. I'm an international flight. And yeah, it's just very expansive. So aside from that, there was another beautiful soul from Switzerland that I met. So there are 5 of us. I posted our picture in my Instagram. I know that I'm chatting and talking a lot, sharing my story, but I promise there's a lesson from all this. So there was a beautiful soul from Switzerland, and she's actually Julian's like partner, like, because Mira and Julian are not really a romantic couple. They're just a professional dance couple. And then so I met the girl that Julian's dating. And then I don't know if I'm allowed to say this information, but I guess I am, because the people in the dance scene know, they know them. Yeah. Because they travel the world together, the 3 of them. I mean, they're traveling together. So Lucia, Lucia, Italian descent. Um, but she's from Switzerland, and she's also living the life. But she works online just like me. You know, she has sessions like this. She has like an admin work, but she has to work online. So we all went karaoke together, and oh my gosh, we loved the same songs. And then there was even a time when Mira was singing and Sabrina and I were dancing, and it was just so fun. And we like dancing, karaoke, well, interpretative dancing, both of my passions, all in one, with like-hearted, beautiful souls. It wouldn't have happened if I didn't say yes, if I didn't invest in myself. It's such a golden moment. Like, even right now, when I came back from the Philippines, they text me, said that never change. We love your energy. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, I just like Mira just texted me about um it's just so good how they said they really appreciate me, that you have such a beautiful and authentic energy. It's very uplifting, endearing. I just love them. Like, I'm just really grateful. I'm reading their text to me because I'm like, I want you to experience these moments. They said, wanted to tell you that we absolutely love your energy. It's very real and pure. It feels very endearing and uplifting. I love that. I'm really glad we met. So these messages that I keep on receiving, it's not honestly, I'm not being like narcissistic or anything like that. It's just that it's an confirmation from the universe that if you keep on being but if you keep vibrating who you really are, you will attract like-hearted souls along the way. And that brings me to the quote that I want to be sharing today. The vibration of being who you are and doing what you love is magnetic. You will align everything you need in your life with that energy. When you're fully being who you are, you become a magnet. You stop chasing, you start attracting. And what struck me the most about every single person that I met in Bangkok was they, even the chiropractor friend that I have, he had a really stable job in Intercare. Intercare is the #1 chiropractor clinic in the Philippines. And he chose Thailand because it's where he can grow and expand. Like, that's exactly his words. And I'm like, you're using my language. That's my language. And of course, I also shared my personal stories. He was a good listener. It's like, I met coaches who are not really coached by profession, but they're like teachers and healers in their own ways. Like one's a chiropractor, one is a veterinary nurse, one is a general practitioner doctor. And Mira is also a German language teacher. So all are teachers and healers. And they all lead, like they're born to lead their lives, to follow their passion and meaning and purpose. So I feel like the universe is clearly showing me and the community, inviting me and all of us here to lead your life even more fully with freedom, to be free to lead your own life and to inspire others, to teach others to do the same. And I also realized that, and I share this in my Instagram post, growth does not only happen in these personal development containers and healing sessions. It happens, when you travel, on dance floors, in temples, in saying yes to a late night karaoke session. You know, I said yes instead of instead of the normal decision of a logical person, which is to sleep before your flight. I chose to, because you have a flight the next day. But no, I celebrated my last night and connecting with people who remind you of the fullness of who you are. And growth happens in the moments when you let yourself be fully, unapologetically alive and free, with ease and grace, with joy and glory. And so this masterclass is not just about recalibrating your strategy. There's a lot of masterclasses teaching about strategy or your income, the money that you're receiving. This is all about recalibrating who you really are, what you allow yourself to experience, what you say yes to, what you finally stop apologizing for wanting, who you connect with daily, who you choose to spend your energy with. I repeat, who you connect with daily and who you choose to spend your energy with. That's big. And before I share the energy of the community, I want to read the chat and celebrate you. Win, I no longer let external forces affect my internal alchemy. Ooh, love that. That's so powerful. Intention, mindfulness. Love that. All right, so Hardev is here, right? Hardev is in. Yay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, everyone is in except I think Aliyah confirmed to join, and Christine. Yeah, maybe they will be late, but Aliyah and Christine confirmed to join. Now we have Hardev. Hello, my dear. Isa, my love. Thank you for being here. Akshata, my love. And our power couple, Nitu and Sunil. Rashina. And my dear Dee. And of course, Patty, our teacher for today, our spiritual teacher and guide today. Later on, we'll be enjoying her teachings. I just wanna share that this is gonna be so powerful because the energy around this community is very, very, very expansive. All right, but before that, let me just read the chat. So Akshata said, I no longer let external forces affect my internal alchemy. Intention, mindfulness. Yes. Rashina, win today. I finally posted again on Instagram after a month. Oh, congratulations. Build on this momentum. Build on this momentum. Intention, take more intentional steps to reach my highest potentials and goals. Yes. I'm blessing you. I'm activating you. I'm amplifying your wins and achievements and blessings. You have the travel glow. Eee, I know there's such a thing as travel glow, huh? I honestly believe that, you're right. There is such a thing as travel glow. Okay, I'm reading all the others in the chat. I hope you enjoyed my story, my long, long, long story, but you know, wait, just check it. Oh my goodness, wow. Thank you for sharing. I'm so glad. I'm reading from my gadgets your comments. Oh my goodness, wow. So, D, sub 2 yoga classes yesterday. Wow, at Anytime Fitness. MRT already tries to go to just more classes to come. Yes, more classes to come. It's coming already. I'm so proud of you. And you have room, you have space, right? You now have so much room and space now that you're focused on this. Closing a lease on Friday. So exciting. That's 2 nights away. I remember when I was manifesting with you, the money that came in last year that arrived on the day of my birthday, September 2, remember that? And also the closed real estate deal when we renewed our private coaching container. I remember that. So congratulations. And now I'm the same feeling is there, like the feeling that I had um when you first shared with me the first big real estate deal that you closed a few months ago and this lease. So it's done, it's complete, it's fulfilled. So be it, and so it is. Intention to receive, to rest, to get more yoga gigs soon. Yeah, let life be easy and fun. Like these people that I met in Bangkok, they're like living the life. They're living the life because they chose their passion and purpose more than anything. Isa, I rushed myself, to the ER again today. Thank you for being here. But I went home feeling better and with people who showed care. It was nothing serious, only acute fatigue. Okay, all right. So that's my win today. As a sovereign mom who was cut off her family, who lives alone, congratulations to your move. I remember when we connected last year, you were living with, the toxic environment, but then you were able to come from personal power, and then from that transition phase now you did the move. So congratulations, it's a big shift. You are now in a peaceful surroundings, like an environment that's peaceful. I'm so proud of you. And you created this for you and your son. So yeah, who lives alone with her kid and who moves a lot. It's been a challenge finding community and proximity. So being able to bring people at home and dine together, it was a huge win. My soul was fed. Ooh, wow. Dining together at home. Wow. That said, my intention is to be more open again to making connections as well as being more disciplined in finding work-life balance, especially focusing on my sixth house, my daily routines, to rest more, to letting people in, to asking for help, asking and receiving help, and also giving help and value in return. Just by being here, Isa, you're giving so much value and grace and joy and inspiration, not just to me, but to our whole community. Like just by sharing your beautiful energies, just by sharing your reflections, your wisdom, you're giving so much value. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Aleli. As usual, you always come at the right time somehow. Love you, Isa. This is beautiful. Sounds so fun. Yes. Isa, oh wow, that's what I said too. Community connections is something I'm being guided to relearn and explore and be more open to. I need to release the fear around the toxic relationships I had now because I know I closed that cycle, full stop. So now the universe is urging me to go out there and again and connect and maybe play pickleball. It's so good. I love that. Thank you for sharing. Pickleball, dance as well, or my son is actually into tennis. A lot of people are into tennis. Um, Running, walking around, beach trips. For me, my 10K steps is really gold for me. Like it helped me a lot with my downloads, with my upgrades. And yeah, um, I hope that your son, Zach, is also engaged in a lot of um, meaningful activities, not just the ones required by school or whatever or society, but really meaningful activities that really matters to him. All right. So, um, thank you for listening to my very, very long but expansive story about my recent travel to Thailand. And may we all have this travel glow. Imagine I met all these people, five, including my chiropractor friend. 5 different people who's living the life. Oh, one more, 6. Because the day that I arrived, he was leaving because I manifested a dance partner in the Philippines, but he's like a traveler. So Philippines, Thailand, and then Japan. And then we met in Thailand, July 3. And I just met him. So we were like just still connecting. And then he just approached me saying, when I'm back in the Philippines, let's be dance partners, let's create content, let's create videos, let's grow together, train professionally like that. But then he had some travels to Thailand and Japan for a month. And so the day that I arrived, it was his birthday. Like I didn't even realize that it was his birthday. So it's just like synchronicity. You know, like Mira and my birthday is also next to each other. It's just like so like full of synchronicities. So I met, so that's Sal, Robert, Mira, Julian, Sabrina, and Lucia. So Sal, Robert, Mira, Julian, Sabrina, and Lucia. 6 people who are living the life, following their passions, traveling and working at the same time. They don't stop working. They're also working at the same time, but they're working joyfully and they're fulfilling their passion. What are the chances that I'll meet people like this? 7th is my friend, my high school best friend. So 7 people I connected with in this last 5 days. So, okay, let's continue. The energy around this community right now, the collective, it's very expansive, expanded, very active. There are many doors opening at once, which is why your mind may feel like it's trying to process everything all at the same time. But underneath all the moving pieces, there's one very clear theme. You're stepping into a new level of leadership, new level of visibility, new level of receiving and prosperity. And this is not only about you know, creating your signature coaching program or attracting clients. This is about you becoming the person who can hold more. You're no longer available for lack. You're no longer available for fear. You're no longer available to create from fear of whether people will like you, will validate you, will comment on your post, will approve or respond to you. Your content is a transmission. You're not begging for attention. Your voice is a frequency. Your message is a medicine. The right people feel you. You express your thoughts and divine wisdom. You release your divine wisdom. You share your intelligence and brilliance. The right clients find you, the right collaborators, friends, supporters, subscribers, followers are drawn to your energy because you're not performing for love, you're not chasing or begging for attention, you're expressing from overflow. And so I bless every single person in this room right now with expansion, with visibility, with magnetism, with momentum, with beautiful loyal people coming into your space, with harmonious relationships, with the passion and the drive and the commitment and the willpower and the confidence to share your wisdom to the world, to live in alignment with your purpose, to receive support. I have this mantra that just arrived today. I'm deeply valued and fully supported. I'm deeply valued and fully supported. I'm deeply valued and fully supported. That was the mantra that came to me as a download today. And so I'm blessing you that you will be expansive while feeling your value and knowing that you're always fully supported. I'm blessing everything that you create, every project, every creative project. I'm blessing the identity of the person who already knows her or his value and know that you're very expansive everywhere you go, you're magnetic everywhere you go. I know that you love traveling, but I also had this download to myself earlier from Spirit because I was like, shall I extend my stay or come home and focus on my masterclass? I was like, am I only in this expansive energy because I'm traveling? So I just shifted it to I'm magnetic everywhere. I'm expansive everywhere. I manifest powerfully everywhere. The vortex is not a place that I go to. The vortex is who I am. So let's say that out loud. Place your hand on your heart and just say, the vortex is who I am. The vortex is who I am. You can also say, the power is within me. The vortex is who I am. The power is within me. The vortex is who I am. The power is within me. The vortex is who I am. This is the energy we're starting with tonight and what we're activating in the next 7 days together, because we started the 8-day healing and manifesting journey. If you're not yet part of our WhatsApp group, please join us. Again, the link to our WhatsApp group is bit.ly. Let's see if it's the correct link. Manifest WhatsApp. Yes, it is indeed the correct link. Please join our WhatsApp group if you're not yet part of it. Again, this is pay what feels good, and then you receive personal oracle guidance with Patty and I, and then you will receive the Quantum Leap playbook. If you're not yet registered, some of you have registered, some of you will promise to register in the coming days. So, and honestly, you're free to join. You're welcome to join as long as you have joined previous master classes with Patty and I. This is our 4th collaboration, so you're welcome to join the live masterclass. We don't want anything to stop you from joining, so please just feel free to receive. And yeah, the energy is very expansive, and it's also an abundance exchange that you're here because you're also allowing us to fulfill our purpose, to teach and to share our divine wisdom, because we have this itch or craving or longing to share our divine wisdom, right? So what are we teachers without an audience? And we are all teachers and students of each other, right? So I know a lot of you here have done collaborations with each other, like some of you have gotten services from each other, received and gave services from each other in the community, so that's amazing. We are all teachers and students of each other. And I myself, I buy candles, crystals. I have this healing balm that I bought from my own student, soulmate student, who's enrolled in my private coaching container. Denise, I buy her virgin coconut oil and healing balm. So I also, we have circuitry here. I can also be you can also be my supplier. I can also be your student or client in other ways and forms. So what I'm saying is we're all equals here. We are in this energy of circuitry and expansion. And yeah, there was a time, so I have a student who, like a high value, high ticket coachee or student who invested like a large amount of abundance exchange um to have private coaching with me, and then renewed again for another 3 months. And then in the end, I was the one who became her first high value, high ticket client for her offerings, her digital offerings, because she's an expert in, websites and online course portal creation and everything. So what I'm saying is it's giving and receiving here in this community. So let's officially begin. We we already began, but I just wanted to let you know what this masterclass is all about. Thank you for listening to my Thailand stories and for sharing your wins and intentions in the chat. If you have not yet shared, please feel free to share. I also shared this slides, that presentation slides. I shared this to our WhatsApp community. And so I'll share it also to the chat. So you have a copy of our presentation slides. There. Isa says, I claim it. Love it. Let's all claim this beautiful energy. So again, we started with our manifesting vortex or manifesting portal. It's wide open, starting 7/7 yesterday when I was still in Thailand. We opened the portal, the 7/7 portal, mid-year quantum leap. And so if to those who don't know me, I know a lot of you or all of you already knows me. I'm Aleli Carissa, your intuitive success mentor, self-love coach, master energy healer, and transformational teacher. And I'm the founder of Empowerment Life Coaching, globally accredited by the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine. And I have been walking this spiritual path of healing, alignment, and highest consciousness for around 14 years. But even before, when I was a little girl, I already started, you know, with yoga. Like I would do yoga poses that I didn't know were yoga poses. Just like Rashina's son, Mateo, would do this yoga poses and chakrasana during our calls. And you know, I'm not even sure if Mateo knows that that's a chakrasana. I would do the same when I was a little girl. I would do chakrasana, the camel pose, the Batyanasana. I would do these yoga poses that I just found out were actually yoga poses and asanas when I did the training. I didn't. I was like, I was doing this ever since I was a little girl. But I finally did my yoga teacher training. I was being called to do it for like since 2010. I was being called to to enroll in a yoga teacher training program, but I was delayed in my journey and I finally did it 2019. It's the perfect timing because if I didn't, I would have missed the opportunity. It was the last batch in person in Sri Kali Ashram, Thailand, before they closed and moved back to India because of the pandemic. So if I didn't grab that opportunity and said yes to that opportunity right then and there, I wouldn't have had that very magical experience. That's another story to share. I have a lot of stories, synchronicities to share about that yoga teacher training that I did in Thailand. Thailand also. Oh my God. See, it's Thailand. It's always Thailand. Thailand is also the country where my son joined an international history B and bowl competition and won as quarter finalist. He represented the Philippines in Khao Lak, Thailand, near Phuket. So Thailand is really a magical country for me. And yeah, it's such a great expansive vortex. They have a lot of healing balms as well. I bought, I mean, Patty requested for a healing liniment on ointment, so I bought some. I'll give you when we meet. I bought a lot of herbal inhalers and like herbal shower gels. Anyway, so I went straight from, landing. I landed from Bangkok and now I'm straight to being here with you tonight. I'm being fully present with you tonight, working joyfully with my whole heart. And again, I'm working joyfully because honestly, I would do this even though I'm not paid, but that's the irony of it, that if money is not an issue, what would you do? I always ask this in my life coaching course. If money is not an issue, what is it that you really want to do? And for me, it's really teach. I really want to learn and teach. I will love learning. I love investing in my learning and growth, and I love teaching what I learn and incorporating everything in a way that's sharing everything in a way that's easy for people to digest. That's in a way that's very expansive as well for others. So this masterclass is all about manifesting and magnetism. And from the moment you enter this room, you're being blessed. You're already inside the manifesting vortex. So welcome to the mid-year quantum leap. We're together for 8 days. This is an 8-day healing and manifesting journey. This is our second day. The first day was yesterday, 7/7 portal activation. I sent the audio activation in our WhatsApp group chat. So I'll be sending voice messages there daily, and Patty will be sending her insights and homework, sacred tasks for us to be inspired in quantum leaping and keeping this activation permanent in our energetic field. So this is all about collapsing time, recalibrating your energy, reclaiming your power. And again, I'm here with my soulmate student, my soul sister in the sacred work, Patty. And we're halfway through 2026. We decided to do this together. It was actually Patty's idea to do this. We planted the seeds 3 months ago, right after our last collaboration. We did the healing money wounds. Yeah, I remember I was in Qatar when we were doing it. Healing money wounds, money wound alchemy, money wound alchemy. And yeah, so now this is about quantum leaping. And again, we are halfway through 2026. And so if there's a gap between where you are and where you said you would be in January, this is exactly what your soul has been calling for. By entering this masterclass, you're already inside the manifesting vortex. You're already receiving energetic blessings. Just by being here, you're already plugged in energetically into highest consciousness. You're already divinely guided and supported, and you will receive deep teachings, oracle guidance, group healing transmission from July 9th through 14th, starting tomorrow. Your daily audio transmissions and more homework and journal therapy prompts will arrive in our manifesting WhatsApp group chat every day. Just like how I shared yesterday, I dropped the 7/7 portal activation audio transmission. I shared the energy clearing practice, the sacred decrees, the SATS practice, or state akin to sleep practice, and the journal prompts. I shared in the audio Diches et Abundance Ubique, if you remember. That's one of the Latin decrees that I taught you, that we recited our um in our community coaching call 2 months ago. So what we're asking of you is very simple. Allow yourself to receive without shame, without guilt, without fear. That is what we're asking you. This is the recalibration your soul has been calling for. This is the moment where everything shifts from the inside out, in the body, in the mind, in the spirit, at the identity level and the energetic level all at once. I would love for you to believe in this. I want you to allow yourself to receive. All right? This is something that I am humbly asking everyone in this room. Please release all tinge of skepticism or doubt. Release that. Because it just becomes more powerful if you believe that we are all activating together in this group. Just release all of the guilt, the fear, the shame, the doubt, and replace it with faith and pure love frequency. Because that is all you need tonight. And I was sharing to some of my private clients and students how anything that is not faith, anything that is not love, is not the truth. Anything coming from lack, worry, doubt, those are all lies. Anything that is not coming from love, abundance, and faith are lies. That's not the highest truth. The only highest truth is love coupled with faith and abundance, because abundance is your birthright. You're connected to divine source energy. How can you run out when you're always connected to divine source energy, the source of all your supply? So we will be speaking decrees, we will be receiving teachings. I want you to know that all things are possible to those who believe. Again, omnia possibilia sunt credenti. And hold on, I'm gonna be talking to my son. Hold on. All right, just my son just arrived. Okay, so priorities, mommyhood first. Just checked on him. Okay, so if you have not received the audio messages yet, join our manifesting WhatsApp group chat. We will be together for the next 6-7 days until July 14. And yeah, everything is pinned, and I'll be also creating a YouTube playlist, unlisted playlist, for you to come back to the recordings over and over again. So tonight we go deeper. Tonight is the deep activation. Thank you for being here live. This will be around, I think it will be 3 hours in total of deep teaching. We said 2.5 hours, but expect to end around 11:30. If you have energy, please stay with us till the very end. PM Manila, I'm talking about Manila time. To those in India, that would be earlier, at an earlier time, right? But Manila time, it would be, because currently I'm in Manila. Maybe we'll end around 11 or 11:30 p.m. And we will be teaching you advanced teachings on collapsing time. And also, I'm here already channeling divine messages, and you're receiving a group healing transmission just by the power of words, just the power of osmosis, by the law of osmosis and the law of entrainment. You know how crystals work? We are uplifted by the highest frequencies in the room. So whether that's me or whether that's Patty or Rashina, Dee, Isa, Nitu, Akshata, Hardev, Criselda, hello, my dear. Whether it will be Aliyah or Christine who will join later on, we are being uplifted by the energy of the highest frequency in the room and under the principle of osmosis. That's why it's very important to really understand who are you surrounding yourself with, right? When you're surrounded by high vibe souls, guess what will happen? You'll be uplifted, and then the energy will intertwine under the law of quantum entanglement. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And please have with you your journal and pen, water or warm cup of tea. Please be hydrated. I have mine right now. Candle, as I've shown you, I have a candle lit in the background, but if you have your own, please do so. Crystals, so I have my selenite with me and rose quartz. So feel free to have your crystals and program your crystal to retain the information so that you will feel the vibrations and the activations long after we close this journey together. And of course, your open heart ready to receive. So this is an off-camera masterclass, so feel free to turn your camera off so you can be fully receptive. We are not strict teachers here. We appreciate you completely, exactly as you are. And all we ask is that if you're willing, please turn on your camera from our group photo, for our group photo in the middle of our call, or maybe at end or at the end before our closing prayer. It's a beautiful gift that you can give Patty and I and this whole community to document this moment. So we will be asking you to turn on your cameras later on. Before Patty will teach the teachings together and to us, and before we receive Patty's teachings as a collective together, we would love for you to join our picture taking. But for now, feel free to lie down, to even do your tasks, and just allow yourself to receive. And we appreciate your kindness and your participation in the chat. It blesses everyone in the room. But if you're feeling called to just be silent, that's also all right. No pressure. Just come as you are. And before anything else, I would love to invite all of you to share in the chat your wins, intentions, and also what is one thing you're releasing? What is one thing that you're releasing from the first half of 2026? One thing you're calling in and one thing you're releasing. So to those of you who shared your intention, that's one thing you're calling in for the rest of the year. Please, to those who have not yet shared, feel free to share here in our Zoom call or in our WhatsApp group chat. Let us hear it and witness and celebrate you. Let the universe hear it as done. It is complete, it's fulfilled. Allow us to bless your intentions. And as you write it down, as you type it, the focus grows. And what you focus on grows. What you focus on expands. And when you're sharing it with people who actually support you, it gets amplified. As long as you're sharing it to people who support you, not to those who don't believe in you, we're just gonna pull you down, right? Make sure to share it with the right people. And if you're feeling called to share, what is one thing you're releasing from the first half of 2026? I'll ask this question again later on, especially in the group chat. But right now, if you're feeling called to share, what is one thing you're releasing from the first half of 2026? And Again, I asked you earlier your intentions and wins. Isa says, beautiful story. Thank you for your energy, my love. Really appreciate you. Thank you. All right, place your hand on your heart, or both hands on your heart, or one hand on your heart, the other one in your belly. Take a deep, deep, deep breath with me. Take a deep breath in, soak in as much love and light as you're able. In through the nose. The biggest inhale you've taken today. And whenever you're ready, release slowly, fully and completely. One more. Inhale love, inhale peace, inhale clarity, inhale joy. Deep, 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 deep. Inhale. As you exhale, release everything from the first half of 2026 that you're ready to let go of. And you can say these words with me out loud if you can. Or if you just want to say yes, simply say yes. Or just listen to the sound of my voice on a receptive mode. That's perfectly all right. All right, let us begin our opening invocation. We call in the highest frequency of love, light, healing, and truth. We call in our ancestors, our spirit guides, our angels. We open this manifesting portal now, a portal of identity recalibration and quantum rebirth, of honest reflections and radical new beginning. What is spoken here is held in love. What is released here is gone. What is activated here is permanent. I'm ready to recalibrate. I release the first half of 2026 with love and gratitude for everything it taught me. I open now to quantum clarity, divine momentum, and everything that is mine in the months that follow. The vortex is who I am, and I'm ready to leap. I'm ready to quantum leap. It is done, it's complete, it's fulfilled. So be it, and so it is. Let me just pause for a few deep breaths. Allow this to fully land in our body, in every single cell of our body, in all belief systems, all lifetimes, core genetic history and soul, and each and every single cell of your body, each and every single area, every aspect of your life. Would you like this activation to be permanent in your energetic field? Just say yes. Yes, yes, yes. So be it, and so it is. Right. So, before we go into the deep teachings, I would love for you to receive these blessings, maybe with your eyes closed, if that feels good, or with a soft gaze, if you want to read it with me. Your heart open, receive this with your palms open, or touch your heart. Again, with your palms open, you can be cross-legged, your palms on your lap or on your knees, and in Gyan Mudra, your index and thumb touching, or just palms open in receiving mudra. So whatever it feels, however it feels right and good for you, whatever is the most expansive position for you, let us just receive this blessing. And I'm sending this love and healing to every single person in this room right now, to every person who receives the replay. The replay also works as powerfully, and healing transmissions do not expire, so they are for you whenever you receive these blessings. So allow me to just say these out loud. You can say these out loud with me, or just listen to the sound of my voice, or simply just say yes. I bless the identity of the millionaire. I bless the identity of the divine leader. I bless the identity of the cherished coach whose clients are transformed. I bless the identity of the loving parent whose children thrive. I bless the identity of the creator whose channels grow. I bless the identity of the mentor whose students rise. I bless the identity of the queen and the king whose life keeps expanding because they finally know they're the source of the vortex. You're safe to receive more. You're safe to be seen. You're safe to be loved. You're safe to be paid. You're safe to choose. You're safe to lead. Feel that in your body, the warmth, the release, the lightness. Feel your energy field responding to the frequency of love. Again, pure love frequency. You're receiving this transmission right here, right now, and it will work permanently in your energetic field. I command it, I declare it, I bless it, I pray for you, and we pray for each other here. Patty is also an energy healer here and a spiritual guide, tarot reader. All of us here, actually, all of my students, a lot of you here are my private clients. So all of you are spiritual guides and very intuitive, beautiful souls. So send love and healing. I ask that you send love and healing also to all, not just yourself, but to all beautiful souls, to every beautiful soul who are part of this container, and know and understand and feel that this blessing will continue working with you long after tonight. All right? And so, what is quantum leap? Quantum leap in physics is the smallest possible unit of change. Let's just define what this is so that we understand what is the word quantum. Why are we even using it in our master class? So a single electron jumping from one energy level to another, it's instantaneous, no gradual movement, no in-between state. The instant shift reorganizes the entire system. So these 8 days together are a single shift at the identity level that reorganizes your entire trajectory. I love the word trajectory because one was I was discussing this, I was processing this, I was sharing this in the MMM mastery, in our mastermind, our year-long mastermind, mindset, manifestation, and magnetism mastery. Decisions are portals. Just by being here in this container, it's a portal. It will reorganize your entire trajectory. Like, you're in a world of infinite possibilities, and when you make a decision, your entire trajectory can change and shift from there. And this does not happen from hoping. It does not happen from trying harder or hustling. It happens from being, from operating in the frequency of what you want to receive before the external evidence shows up. And let me just add what I shared earlier in the call. The vibration of being who you are and doing what you love is magnetic. You will align everything you need in your life with that energy. When you're fully being who you are, you become a magnet. You stop chasing and you start attracting. So it's all about being. It's not about doing or trying harder. It's operating in the frequency of your highest level identity, your highest consciousness of what you really want to receive before the external 3D evidence shows up. Yes, it's being delusional. That's true. Until the evidence shows up, because you know that it is to believe it is to see it. It's not to see it is to believe it. You believe it first, and then you will see it, definitely, when you have this absolute faith and certainty. Now, your blueprint is the invisible architecture that has been running your life. Beliefs absorbed before you had the language to question them, ever since you were a kid. So I always advise parents, be there programming your children to believe in themselves, to believe in infinite possibilities, to believe in courage and confidence, and that anything is possible in their formative years. So I know Criselda and Rashina, you have kids you have beautiful kids, um both of you. And yeah, I think in this room so far, because the others have teenagers like me. I have a 20-year-old. My son is 20. Can you believe that? He's 20. So Rashina and Crisella, your kids are in their formative years. So it's very, very critical. It really matters a lot. We were programmed to believe that I remember like I have to finish my food in my plate, or else like I'm hurting the ones in Africa or whatever, like the people who cannot eat, even though I'm so full already. And I programmed my own son to believe that way, and it created resentment on him. It created like him throwing his lunch because like he's so scared to tell me that he didn't finish his food. Like it created some misalignment when he was growing up, when I was forcing him to finish the food on his plate, because I was programmed that way, that I should finish all the food in my plate. So these are beliefs that we absorb before we had the language to question them, before we had the language to really have to finish each and every single thing in my plate, or else I'm a bad person. You know, what if leaving some food in your plate is actually an offering to the divine, and it's like a sign of abundance. And I learned that in one of my theta healing classes, that you should always leave some food in your plate. Honestly, and Filipinos and Indians are programmed to believe that you should always finish the food in your plate, right? So these little programming that exponentiates into something more serious in the future that would damage like your definition of lack and abundance. Not just belief systems that are formed in our formative years, decisions made in moments of pain that became your operating system, the identity you built to survive, to be loved, to be safe. I know a lot of people who resorted to ways and means that are not really in alignment with who they really are. And these are decisions, oh my God, that created pain in my throat. And these are decisions made in moments of pain or fear or lack. All right. Oh, Nito is leaving in a bit. Is it okay if I ask for a picture before you leave, my love? Or if you just can stay and send me emojis? You can say to those who can open their cameras, please do. If not, it's also all right. Yay. Smile. Yay, beautiful, beautiful. One more. 1, 2, 3, smile. Wait, one more. 1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2, 3, smile. One more. Yay! I got like 5. All right, I'm checking the chat. Thank you for sending healing and loving energy. Stay blessed. Thank you, my love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for you and Sunil. Hardev, I'm releasing the past of pleasing people and choosing myself first. I almost didn't want to participate in a bazaar around end of this month, which was for 5 days. I wouldn't commit for the 2 days. I wouldn't commit to 2 days, but the organizer said I can do 3 days and for free only for me. I manifested it, but I didn't chase. Only attract what's meant for me will find me. Ooh. So you got more rest? Is that what happened? Yeah, like it was more like less work, right? Less effort, more abundance. Isa, even my sickness today is a blessing in disguise. And I know I'm so divinely guided and protected because I was already deciding to be dead set on cutting people off. But today I had to ask for help and people showed up. I just have to ask for it. Something my stubborn self really has to learn. That no man is indeed an island. All this time, I thought I was a serial introvert, but I just needed to be surrounded by the right people. I realized I'm still letting my past wounded self take the driver's seat. Ah, I feel that. Ah, I was in that journey as well. Like the past wounded self would would tend to resurface. I feel it. So I'm like very intensely connected to this and lead how I live in my new life. And this is a wake up call. Oh, thank you, my dear. Exactly. Thanks to you. Yeah, less effort, right? Harder, less effort,
Wait. Let's
more
move it
abundance.
here.
Uh, all right. So let me just define what quantum and then the blueprint, quantum leaf, and then we'll move to the deep teachings with Patty. So where was I? Yeah. Decisions are portals. Decisions. A lot of us are making decisions based on fear or like, even if it's not in alignment with our values, our core values. I had this client who shared with me that so she's now in another country, like so she's now in another country, but she used to be in the UAE. She used to be in the UAE, and she used to be an escort in the UAE, like being paid for, you know, for all the works, like really every, like not just companionship, but, and that was not in alignment with her core values, but she was doing it because she thought it's the only choice that she has, and it was easy money at that time, even though deep inside she was wounded. And then I'm just so happy and grateful that she's out of that life, and she's now, you know, she now has 2 kids, and she's a mom, and she's now a coach. And yeah, I had a client who shared with me that journey. Like, it was an identity that she built to survive or to have easy money, even though it's not in alignment with her core values. Decisions made in moments of pain. And I'm sure it's not just her who encountered these kinds of decisions. Or maybe you decided to invest in a investment scheme that's not really in alignment with your purpose or passion, or like it doesn't really bring value in your life or in your promised people's life, but you did it because of logic or because other people are telling you to do it. I have a lot of clients who did this, like not just one, not two, not three, not four. A lot of people who sought private coaching with me were betrayed or, you know, scammed, or I don't like to say that word, but that's the truth. They were lied upon, or they lost money in, not just this year, like 3 people shared to me the same story last year, like 5 people. So a lot of decisions made in moments of pain, of in lack, or not coming from intuitive guidance, but coming from 3D. So I feel like this is really the time for us to upgrade our identity, not just survival, but really thriving, and just focus on giving value. Like, focus on giving value. And I know a lot of you are content creators here. You know, I know not just me, not that Roshina, not just Patty. Isa is a content creator. I'm winking because I am waiting. No, I'm not waiting. I'm encouraging, inspiring you to create more. Like, I see, I mean, Denise has been posting more also as well. Akshata, I know, and Hardev. Um, I would love for you to come from that place of, if you love doing it, you love creating content because you love to share your value and meaning and purpose and wisdom, do it. So in Kabbalah, this is something David Guillaume teaches. There's a teaching about the vessel, and that we have to expand our energetic capacity to receive. Our energetic capacity to receive expands. So a mantra that I shared in the last call was, I'm a wondrous vessel expanding my heart and soul to receive infinite blessings now. I expand my heart and soul to receive the highest level of love and the greatest abundance. I wrote it down, and then I write this down, and then that's how I memorize it when I recite it to myself every day. Yeah. If you see me looking up, that's how I remember things in my mind. Whenever I have something to remember from memory, I tend to look up or close my eyes. I mean, my students, you will you will, or look down sometimes. You will recognize that from me. So I shared the daily mantra that I tell myself every day in the last call. I'll share it again in our next monthly community coaching call. Then that's part of it. I'm a wondrous vessel expanding my light, or you can say expanding my heart and soul to receive the highest level of love and the greatest abundance. Or you can say, I'm a wondrous vessel expanding to receive infinite abundant blessings now. So these are just, I know, affirmations that you may have heard already, but if you really feel it and really set the intention for it to be ingrained in every single cell of your body and come from a place of like, I'm deciding based on this mantra, I'm deciding based on this frequency. Because yes, you can affirm all you want, but if you're deciding from another frequency, then it doesn't work. You gotta affirm and then decide. You gotta affirm and take the inspired action steps. So you have to clear the vessel and expand the vessel between planting and the harvest. You have to look honestly at what grew within you in the last months or in the past year and what did not grow and why. And this is what the masterclass is all about. And not just, it doesn't end here. We will be together in the next 6 to 7 days because we started day 1 yesterday and today's day 2. So there are 6 more days after this in this 8-day healing and manifesting journey inside the WhatsApp group chat. So you'll see Patty messaging us, and also I'll be sending audio transmissions. So Bruce Lipton says that 95% of your behavior comes from your subconscious. That's according to him. Other sources would say 90%, or some would say 80%, whatever that is. The conscious mind is just the tip of the iceberg. Everything else is the subconscious, which means the intentions you set, the vision boards you make, the affirmations you have been saying, the declarations you're declaring, they're being filtered through a blueprint that was written long before you had the wisdom that you have now. We have that blueprint already. And now we are updating the blueprint. I just want to share first the hermetic principles behind everything. The Kybalion teaches. I have a separate masterclass on the Kybalion and the hermetic principles. If you want to have a copy, or if you want to rewatch that, it's still on YouTube. It's available. Let me know and I'll send you the link. So the principle of mentalism, all is mind. The universe is mental. Everything external is a projection of your internal state. As within, so without. The principle of correspondence, as above, so below. Your outer world is always a mirror of your inner world. Principle of vibration, everything vibrates. The frequency you hold determines what you attract, experience, and receive. So these are some of the hermetic principles that I would love for you to internalize today. That when the internal shifts, the external reorganizes. I want to repeat that. When the internal shifts, the external reorganizes. It comes from your identity shift, internal identity shift. And in the last masterclass, I feel it was the 21-day manifesting journey, and overcoming the imposter syndrome, when Patty shared with us the RAS as well. And I also share this in my life coaching certification program. Your brain finds what you tell it to look for. The reticular activating system filters 11 million bits of information per second down to 50 bits your conscious mind can process. It filters for what is consistent with your dominant beliefs and most emotionally charged thoughts. When you declare a new identity and feel it in your body, you reprogram your RAS. This is why when you set an intention to buy a red dress, suddenly you see red dresses everywhere, or replace the dress with cars, or people that you want to connect with, suddenly they appear in your space when you set that intention. And when you declare a new identity and feel it in your body, you reprogram your RAS, and you're telling your brain, find me evidence of this, and it will find you evidence every single time. If someone can reply to Christine, because she's trying to join the link. I was not able to send her the link. You know what? I'll just send it here. If Patty, would you be able to talk to Christine? That would be great.
Yeah, okay. I'll
Thank
send
you, my
via
dear.
WhatsApp.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Oh my God, Mercury retrograde is still affecting us, but yeah, we'll do this. We'll do this together. We can do this. So, yeah, two mantras that would help us reprogram our brains. Like you're telling your brain, find me evidence of this, and it will every single time. Find me evidence of abundance, and it will. So, dices et abundans ubique. This is an old ancient Latin decree that says, I speak and there's abundance everywhere. Say it with me now, out loud, hands on your heart. Dices et abundans ubique. Dices et abundans ubique. Dices et abundans ubique. All right, so your RAS just received a new directive. You just said to your RAS, find the abundance, and your RAS will obey. And omnia possibilia sunt credenti. All things are possible to the one who believes. Both a spiritual truth and also a neurological fact. To believe it is to see it. So say it with me one more time with conviction. Omnia possibilia sunt credenti. All right, so you just spoke a 2,000-year-old decree of infinite possibility into your own energetic field. And I would love for you to ingrain this in every single cell of your body in the coming days and months and beyond. So just a review of the 5 mindset, manifestation, and magnetism steps that I shared. I go deeper in our MMM Mastery Mastermind happening every month, a year-long mastermind, but I also shared these steps in the last monthly community coaching call. So let me walk through each one quickly, so everyone can remember what we have been calling in. First, your soul already knows what it came here to create. So tonight and in the days that follow, we clear the noise so you can hear the clarity clearly. So in Conversations with God, the book by Neil Donald Walsh, the author, Neil Donald Walsh, channels the message saying, you are the author of your own experience. You're not a passenger. You're not a victim of circumstance. You're the author. And you make the decision about where your story goes. So the question here is, the question here is, the question here is, if you're writing the most extraordinary life, the grandest vision of your life with full creative authority and freedom, what would it be? So that's one you gotta have. And if you don't have yet the highest vision playbook, it will help you. It's free. I give it to everyone in the beginning of the year to set your intentions and highest vision for the year and beyond. So that will help you call in your highest vision. And then expanding your energetic capacity to receive. You can have the clearest vision, but if your energetic vessel has not, but if your energetic vessel has not been prepared to hold that level of reality, then your subconscious will quietly create the conditions to release it. So you gotta call in the highest vision and prepare your energetic vessel to hold that level of reality so that you have the energetic capacity and momentum to expand bigger and bigger, deeper and deeper. So, next is overcoming fears, blocks, and resistance. this is all about going from the old self to the new self. And this is what Patty's teachings will be all about, going from the old self to the new self. And there's a neurological, a biological, a chemical, and hormonal death of the old self. A part of you must die. That's why we get sick. We, get into an accident, or your body shakes, or your body wants to cling to the familiar. Suddenly you're feeling so tired, or so much fatigue or exhaustion. And in these moments, that is when people give up on themselves. But the goal, the dream, the vision is to be curious, to process it, to sit in the fire and do not run, and choose between fear and courage. They're the same energy at different frequencies. Fear and courage, they're intense energies. And shift it to, from fear, you shift it to excitement, to courage, and to this drive. It's like a sign of how much you want it. The fear is actually proof of your desire, because if you don't really want it, you'll be nonchalant about it. You're not even going to be affected by it. But the fact that you have the fear, that gives you the opportunity to choose courage, to decide based on love, based on what would Jesus do, what would God do, what would love do in this moment. If you really love yourself, will you allow fear to overpower you? No, of course not. That decision of choosing courage over fear, that is a portal. Decisions are portals, and it will shift everything. The courage that it took for me to book that ticket a few hours before the flight, and I met so much soul-aligned, like-hearted souls along the way, which made me realize a lot that I'm sharing in this masterclass right now. That's very powerful. Isa says, I was about to say that decisions are portals. Yes. Isa is also part of our MMM mastery. So thank you for being here, my love, and for sharing your manifesting energy, activating energy. So now, the God state. The God state is knowing at the cellular level that you are the creator of your experience. So I'm going to be explaining God state and accelerating the manifestation side by side. Again, this is just a summary. I go deeper in our MMM mastery, our mindset manifestation and magnetism mastery, but I want to touch on this today. The God state is knowing at the cellular level that you are the creator of your reality, creator of your experience, that circumstances do not determine your frequency, that do not determine your reality. The 3D is just an illusion. That you create first that absolute belief and certainty in the evidence, and then the evidence will follow. That is the God state. You respond from power rather than fear. Like right now, a lot of people are getting the wrong link. I don't know how that happened, honestly, but it's Mercury retrograde. And we rise above Mercury retrograde. We're more powerful than astrology, because we're the power of the divine source energy. We're the power of the sun, the moon, the stars, the flowers, the trees, the fire, the oceans, the earth, and of life itself. So we rise above these circumstances. You come from personal power and not circumstantial power. That's like the greatest gift, the greatest lesson that I learned from my coach, one of my coaches, Anna Kitney. You come from personal power, not circumstantial power. And in this God state, your nervous system is the most open and the most receptive. It's your most open and receptive state. You just know, you are instantly connected to the divine source. So you know and feel what's the right thing for you. Yes, you can ask for affirmations from others, but deep inside, you already know what to do and what to be. And this is where your body actually produces hormones of growth. Like it goes deep into your cellular level. And your heart field broadcasts the most coherent and attractive signal possible to the universe. And aside from that, when you're in your God state, you know that your word is your wand. Whatever you declare, whatever you command, it manifests. You magnetize whatever you're calling in. That's why in our opening invocation, we were calling in the highest frequencies of love, the support of divine angels, spirit guides, of each other. Like we said, I'm ready to receive. I'm open for more. I open up my heart and soul fully to infinite, unlimited blessings now. I am a wondrous vessel expanding my heart to receive the highest level of love in the greatest abundance. I'm always fully connected to my promised people, and I'm always divinely guided and supported. I'm highly intuitive and deeply grounded, and I know with absolute faith and certainty that all the answers come to me through the divine wisdom flowing through me. Like you come from these place of commands and declarations, and you declare it to the quantum field. You come from a place of faith and genuine feeling, and these are not just shallow wishes. These are declarations and commands that you just know with certainty that in perfect divine timing, you are calling in what is really truly meant for you. Maybe not now, maybe in a few weeks or a few months, but it's already there. You just got to align with it. Prayers are already answered. You just got to align with it. And synchronicities will happen, like how I met those, like how I was with 7 beautiful souls in Thailand who just make me realize how loving and abundant the universe is. Like I was just, those last 5 days were the most magical days of my year. And it for me, it was my son who really encouraged me to go. I wouldn't have done it, because I was feeling like people would judge me, and my family, they don't really believe in so much international travels. Anyway, so from the Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard, consciousness is the only reality. If you change your concept of yourself, you change the world. Again, the Hermetic principles, as within, so without. And last step is accelerating the manifestation. I have discussed before the lucky girl syndrome. You come from this trained state of expectation, intention and expectation, and coming from a place of excitement that it's coming, it's flowing to you. And we did a masterclass on this, the golden luck frequency. I changed lucky girl syndrome to golden luck frequency. Yeah. Let me know if you want to attend that masterclass. But we went deeper on the frequency of golden luck. So this is what we're building right now, the gold zone, and this is what's happening in the next days. So this is an 8-day healing and manifesting journey. I just want to talk about one more thing about a teaching in gold zone in reality transurfing. Excess potential. It is wanting something so desperately that the energy of the wanting repels the very thing you want. So let's be careful or mindful that the gold zone is desiring something fully and trusting it so completely that you hold it lightly. You don't grip, you hold it lightly. You have the clear desire without the anxiety underneath it. So I would love for you to reflect on that. And for tonight, this is your homework. Where am I wanting, your journal therapy prompt is, where am I wanting something so much that the energy underneath is blocking it? What would it feel like to desire it fully and trust it completely at the same time? All right. So I talked about the God state. This is about being in this elevated emotion state, heart coherence, that you know that you are God. And that is how you broadcast the most coherent signal possible to the universe. And so before you sleep tonight, or maybe tomorrow morning when you wake up, I would love for you to ask yourselves these three questions that I shared also in our WhatsApp group chat. If I were giving myself full permission right now, what would I claim for the rest of this year? Maybe you would say, I would claim consistent $4,000 or $5,000 months. A relationship that feels like home, security, stability, a body, a sexy, gorgeous body that I feel proud of, that I'm happy of, um, that I'm happy of having, or that I'm confident of having a body that is so fit and healthy that I feel light and confident about myself, or the deep knowing that I'm enough, more than enough, exactly as I am. Number two, if I could change one limiting belief at the root, the one belief that would reorganize and shift everything else, what would it be? Maybe it's like I have to earn my worth through sacrifice, or um the feeling that I'm not enough. And I would replace it with I'm worthy because I exist. I receive because I am. And the life I'm calling in is already mine and it's already done. Number three, what would my highest self say to me right now about the gap between where I am and where I said I would be? So sample answer can be, my highest self would say, the gap is not punishment, but it's not failure, it's not punishment, it's preparation for what's coming. I'm learning more, and now I'm ready to shift, I'm ready to leap. So just write freely, write honestly. What you reflect and write tonight becomes the foundation for everything Patty and I are holding for you in the days ahead. All right, so please take a screenshot of this. This is your homework. And I will also share this in the group chat. And so I want to give the floor completely to Patty now. And I just want to introduce Patty. So Patty is a Oracle guidance reader, a tarot reader, intuitive coach for freelancers, and so for entrepreneurs. She's the founder of Prosper Purposefully with Patty, and she's my dear, 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 dear soulmate student. And she will be sharing with us teachings on collapsing time and becoming the new default. So she's my soul sister in this light work. She has been working with me for more than, or around a year, or for a year. So we started June and now it's July, so a little more than a year. And she has personally walked the journey from inherited scarcity into genuine prosperity consciousness. And she teaches from lived experience. And so um when Patty actually teaches, it's something that she recognizes from her own life. And she's like me. She acknowledges the challenges, the triggers, but always recalibrates back to the highest truth. So tonight she's bringing two deep teachings: collapsing time, the science and spirit of compression, and becoming the new default when the leap becomes who you are. So excited to receive as well what she has prepared. And so let us welcome dear Patty. The floor, the screen is all yours. The stage is yours.
Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Good evening.
there is a chat. There's a message in the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, let's read it first. If we can just read it first. You want me to read it or do you
Yep.
want to read it?
Yes, please.
Ako, me?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, let's take a picture again. Smile. One more. Yay. Yay. You know what, Ate Aleli? I got sick 2 days back, still recovering myself, but I was so on a high frequency that I felt the energetic discouragement from somewhere I couldn't understand. But I'm still standing strong, and I'm still thinking that great things often have some hurdles. Whew, I almost choked with that word hurdles. But I'm still connected to the divine and source, even though I'm facing oppositions and projections. And as of now, my intention is to make the highest version take over. Highest version take over, because I'm so done. I'm so done. It starts with that. It starts with the I'm so done. Doing inner work all the time and oppressing myself to comfort the people around me, to please people around you. But yeah, hehe, that's it. Just wanted to share. Thank you for sharing. Patty's teachings is so perfect for that. Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, let's all receive from dear Patty. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Thank you, Miss Aleli. Hi, Isa. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I'm Patty. Being here is something that I did not foresee for myself. And the recent events that have taken place in my life this year is also something that I did not fully plan, but I learned to go along with the flow. So before I start with my sharing or my discussion, I'd like to pull one card to set the mood. So this will be from my oracle deck, which is the light in the dark. So I'll pull one card for us. Okay. So the card that I got is peace. Cultivate your inner sanctuary of calm. So I guess that it speaks to everyone present here tonight about how important it is to remain grounded despite of what the external factors may cause. It can be miscommunications at your job or misunderstandings in your home or even feeling confused within yourself about the journey that you've had so far. But if we are able to find peace within ourselves, that's when we can pay attention to the things that are going right for us instead of focusing on everything that is going wrong. Okay. So again, thank you to Akshata, Hardev, Isa, Rashina, Teen, and Dee. Thank you for joining us tonight. And I will start with my presentation. Okay. So the leap and the landing, collapsing time and becoming the new default. I chose this topic because it's something that I've experienced ever since I decided to transfer to La Union with my partner. So I came from Bacolod, and the culture there is very different. The expectations about me were also different. So let's see. So this is me way back in 2022. I was a special education teacher. I handled classes with children who had autism and children who had ADHD. But because I could see how the system did not appreciate and did not encourage the autonomy and the creativity of teachers, I felt very restricted and suffocated. On top of that, we were not being paid properly. So from that, I decided to focus on freelancing. I started as a writer, then I eventually niched down to being an SEO freelancer. So I've been a freelancer for most of my adult life up until I transferred to La Union last December 2024. And I tried to make new friends. And these new friends gave me the chance to explore parts of myself. So this is last September 2025 when I was invited to speak, to share about mindset mastery and combating imposter syndrome for freelancers. And then this is just last July 4 with the women's circle that I founded. The name is the Lumat. It comes from an old Filipino expression relating to intuition and inner knowing. So that's the superpower of a woman. We know things that we probably should not know. We just feel it in our heart, in our mind, and in our soul. So we met here in my speaking engagements because they are all freelancers and they are in different phases of their lives. So some of them are single mothers, others are married, and they have to play the role of a freelancer, a businesswoman, a wife, a mother. Some of us are single, no children. So it's helping me not only help them, but also grow in my practice. So this is us. So I taught them how to make an alchemy jar because when you first explain the concept of alchemy to a person who is not fully involved in the spirituality practice, they can become confused. So making the jar, relating it to arts and crafts, and helping them understand in a way that they can shape their intentions, they can take their pain and turn it into gold by processing it through the arts and crafts has helped them connect more to their emotional selves. And it was not only me who collapsed timelines, but I also did it with my partner. So when we arrived here in La Union, he quit his job as a public school teacher. And right now, he is running his business full time. We have a startup shoe cleaning service here in La Union, and he's also on his way to becoming more recognized within the pickleball community. He's joining the Rotary Club of San Fernando. He's been given more responsibilities related to building businesses and serving the community. So if you would look at us, if you look at me and you look at us, 2022 to 2023, this is completely out of the books. This was outside of our bingo card. I mean, s- sometimes even him and I, we said, is this really happening? Because we live totally different lives way back in Bacolod. Okay, so in evolution, in growth, it's not linear because we understand that time is not the way that normal people perceive it. So, wait lang. Thank you, Isa. Okay. So, time is fluid. It does not follow the past, present, future. No, it does not work like that. And especially when you're trying to quantum leap, when you want to achieve a new identity, the first thing you must dissolve is the idea of time. Second, in your mind, you want to be very successful. But the more important question is your identity ready for the amount of success that you're manifesting? Second, do you have the mental, emotional, and spiritual bandwidth to hold the success that you're calling in? And third, how fast can your nervous system keep up with the changes that will happen? So this is why um understanding what happens when you collapse timelines is important, because it helps you prepare, it helps you stay connected to your higher self, and it helps you stay focused on the vision of why you started in the first place. Okay, next. All right. So let's talk about the leap. So it is the science and spirit of compression. How do we achieve 5 years of growth in 6 months? My timeline, the timeline I gave you is 2022 to 2023, if you compare it to 2026. But it's actually way before that for me. My mom got sick 2011. And so that changed the whole timeline. That's where I became the breadwinner. Although my dad had his part-time university job, I had to help with my own allowance and with my own jeepney fare. So I had to sell snacks and everything. And because of those experiences, I always felt poor. So it's not just about the money. It's about knowing that your family doesn't have enough money for medicine, for food. And when you internalize those kinds of things, you're going to feel hopeless. You're going to fear the future. And that's what makes it challenging. Because how do you turn a decade of poverty narratives, of scarcity mindset, into a very short burst of progress and growth? So, this is what I also shared with Miss Alali. It starts with radical honesty. Do you want to stay like that? Do you want to continue being that person? Number two, how hungry are you to know what more can happen? Hungry, but not desperate. Okay? Because when we are hungry, we know the fuel that can push us forward. But when we are desperate, we come from a place of fear, of scarcity, and of mistrust towards God the Creator, towards the universe, and towards life itself. Now, when we are honest, when we know how hungry we are, we can finally understand what has been holding us back, and that is the friction. That is the friction that has been pulling you from fully pursuing your goals, from fully pursuing your true identity. And that is when flow will replace friction. And the leap happened when I enrolled in Miss Aleli's class. So um it was a test of that it was a test of, do I want to stay this way? Do I want to stay the old Patty who saw herself as poor and will live a poor life? Or do I want to take the chance and see where it leads? So that's compression. Next. Okay, what are the mechanics of compression? We have the science, the spirit, and the focus. Let's start with the science. It's the removal of friction. This involves deep work, eliminating decision fatigue, and using automated systems. Okay. This deals with your mind, your behavior, and the structures that support your timeline compression. Do you believe that you can compress time? Do you have the habits, or are you willing to change your habits in order to become who you want, even though you feel like you're 10 years behind. And last, your structure, your home, your environment, the people you're with. Are they people who cheer you on? Are they people who understand what you're trying to achieve? Do they make you second guess yourself? Do your loved ones at home, will they support you with uh, trying meal prepping, cleaning the house, doing the grocery, reminding you of when stocks are running low? Because all of those take up energy, not only mentally but also emotionally and physically. So you have to make sure that your mindset, your behavior, and your system or structure are optimized towards you achieving what you feel like you should have achieved years back. Next, the spirit. This talks about energetic alignment. And for me, this is how we merge the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Because remember, we have yin and yang.
Not there. Not there. Go there. Go back there. Go
Okay.
back there.
So,
Not on the road. Not on the road.
okay. So, um, okay. So, remember we have yin and yang. If we stay in the masculine energy, we are going to be hustling, grinding. You will see rest as weakness. If we stay fully in the feminine energy, highly likely to procrastinate, to wallow in overthinking and anxiety, analysis paralysis. But if we have a healthy balance of being intuitive and hustling, then we will know how to connect with the right people, wait for the right time, and then trust the universe that it will arrange things for our good. Because if we were to take it from a pure hustle point of view, you're gonna send follow-ups, you're gonna overwork, you're going to force contracts, projects, or clients, even though at the back of your mind, you know that they're not going to respect your time, your expertise, or even your rates. And now, if we're going to take it from the purely feminine um point of view, you're going to be okay with not getting paid what you're worth, um, saying yes just to close the client, not being fully confident of your worth. So, being able to balance being intuitive while still being logical and highly strategic is what will also help you get to the things that you've missed on the time that you were busy trying to survive. And lastly is the focus. This is where you remove all traces of hesitation. This is where you are in the state of I am. Not, as Miss Alali said, not I hope or I will be or I will, uh, I hope I will be, I think. No, you just know with certainty I am. I will get there. I am a millionaire. So that is already running in the background. And you will see you will just notice that your words, your thoughts, your words, and your behavior are becoming, are taking shape of the person that you want to be, of the identity that you want to have. Okay. For a while. Hardev. Thanks, Patty, for inspiring and uplifting us with your story. I was just saying to myself just now, before coming on the session today, where I was last year exactly the same day. And today I joined a beautiful soul family where I'm learning and growing. Yes, I share this exact feeling with you. I wouldn't know where I'll be if I didn't meet Miss Alali and I didn't meet you, my soul sister. So this is something that I'm grateful for daily. Being able to walk with all of you, and that you are also part of my journey. Thank you, Hardev. Okay. So, when you collapse time and make a massive leap, your reality changes faster than your nervous system. I, your reality changes faster than your nervous system identity can process. Beware the rubber band. Okay. Remember, I said that I grew up poor. That means I did not have the latest cell phone. I did not have the bags or the shoes. I could not go out to excursions with my friends. Even something as simple back then as going to 7-Eleven with my high school classmates, I could not do that because I knew that the money had to go to medicines or to food or to rent. And since high school, I felt that I felt that lack in me. I strongly felt that I was deprived of a lot of things. And yes, I was deprived of a lot of things. And I did not enjoy the normal life that a teenager would have because I had a family, I had my parents to look after. I did not even attend prom because at that time it was expensive. Now, this is where I had my challenge. Okay. Let me explain the rubber band first. Massive leaps create immediate dissonance between your new reality and your old operating system. So, what's happening in your current timeline, in your current situation, does not automatically match what's inside you. So, you will doubt, did I really achieve this? Am I worthy of this? Is this going to disappear tomorrow? Or will this be here next month? Do these people really support me? And the result is the rubber band effect. Snapping back to your old baseline through imposter syndrome, sudden burnout, or self sabotage. Now, this happened to me in this way. I have my startup SEO brand and I work with clients both internationally and locally. And because I was very happy that I was earning well. And as a result, I felt like it's time for me to buy all the things that I could I could not when I was still a kid, when I was still in high school. And I love to eat at the restaurants that I only used to look at. So that was where the self-sabotage creeped in because I felt like this will be gone tomorrow. I won't get this chance again. I didn't have this as a kid, so I must have it now. And then in April and May, I lost two clients, which reduced the income that I got from my SEO business. And I was like, wow, so the question for me was, will I still believe that I'm successful, that I'm abundant, that I'm a good SEO specialist despite of losing 2 clients, firing 2 clients? And that's when it hit me like a ton of bricks that I wasn't that wise with my money because I was too busy feeding the wounds from my childhood instead of telling myself that, Patricia, we've gone this far. Um money the money is not an issue, but it's not something that you should be reckless with. It's something that you should start saving for your future. I just went on a spree. And then it made me hurt, of course, my pride and my ego. But I learned to integrate, to no longer associate my worth with the material things that I accumulate. When I see shoes and bags of clothes, I still go, wow, amazing. But I no longer get the strong urge check out, buy. I've learned not to listen to my FOMO because I used to think that it was my inner child calling out to me. But as time went on, it was no longer just about my inner child. It was about the higher version of me not knowing how to deal with the shadows of deprivation, material lack, and poverty when I was a kid. So that was my rubber band. So a collapsed timeline is useless if you cannot stick with the landing. So I'm just very thankful that God and the universe arranged for me to wake up because I was already in a good place, but I was getting carried away, living in the past, living in the pain. So that I could wake up to what was happening and that I had a beautiful community. I had Miss Aleli, I have you, I have my sisters here in La Union who support me. I have my partner, I have the freelance community, and I have the community of women who trust me to give them guidance. And that is worth more than accumulating the latest material things that money can buy. So the mindset shift has been huge in just April, May, June. That's another timeline collapse. That's another timeline collapse that happened for me. And I knew I had to act on it fast because the lessons are, you will feel the intensity of the lessons when it's time for you to wake up. Okay, let me check the chat. Yeah, feeding the wound, yes. Okay. Isa dito, totally in a different place and state of mind now and still continue growing and you beautiful folks continue to inspire me to keep going. Yes. Thank you. Akshata, I am feeling so proud, Patty. I am so happy that a person like you exists and your work and your knowledge and also experiences are really reflecting through your voice. I'm really happy you came till here and go shoot your millionaire bottom. Yes. Thank you, Akshata. That is still my goal. I want a mansion and I want a big farm. And on my farm, I want I want goats, I want chickens, and I want cows, and I don't know, maybe one donkey. I just really want that. And then I can invite everyone for a retreat and you don't have to pay for anything, but you have to cook. You don't pay for accommodation, but we will all cook and we will all prepare the things that we need. Yes. Okay. Feeding the one hits hard. Yes. I understand, sisters, like, but that's the beauty. Yes, we'll visit that farm soon. Yes. Yes. That's the beauty of being spiritually awakened. That's the beauty of being connected to God, to the creator, to the source, and being connected to your higher self, because you will understand that I'm not being punished. I'm being gently course corrected. Because if I was not being gently course corrected, something else would have happened that would have shook my entire foundation. But this one was just a tap. And I know, because I know what a not so gentle course correction looks like. So that's it. Beware of the rubber band. Next. The landing. Okay. When the leap becomes who you are. The goal is to make the extraordinary feel entirely normal. You are no longer trying to reach the goal. You are the person who has it. Okay, again. You are no longer the person trying to reach the goal. You are the person who has it. What's the difference between the two? The person who is trying to reach the goal will worry whether their current processes are working for them. Number two, they will worry if the people around them view them as successful, or trust, or no, or respect them for their social standing, or see them as a part of the higher social strata. Next, you will be obsessed with your outcomes. You will be obsessed with, this is what I envisioned. This is my reality. It's not matching. And then you get stuck in that because you feel like your efforts are not enough. The people are not giving you the collaboration or the support that you need, or you will feel that you are not worthy of the blessings or the miracles you're asking for. That is what will most likely happen if we are in the zone of a person trying to reach the goal. Now, how about a person who has it? A person who has it focuses inward. That's what I said last time. Once you've said your manifestations to the universe, once you've prayed to God, you go inward. Why? You prepare yourself. It doesn't matter when there is a delay in contract signings or projects or clients, you know it's going to come. It doesn't matter when an interview that you prepared for feels like it's going sideways. You know it's going to open another bigger offer for you. Third, it doesn't matter if you've had some conflicts with the client. You know that it's either going to work out in your favor, or if you decide to walk away, you'll get a better client. So it's um three, three D's: discipline, detachment, and divinity. When we have discipline, we've trained our mind. We've trained our RAS. We know where our energy and our attention goes. When we have detachment, we understand that we don't need to be involved in the outcomes. God and the universe take care of that. And divinity, we do the inner work. We improve our frequency and our vibration as powerful women. So that is those are the essential D's when it comes to the landing. Those are the important elements to achieve complete integration, that you do not fall back into doubt, into your old stories, and into your limiting beliefs. Okay. So what does the integration process look like? So we have nervous system regulation. Sorry. So this can trigger a fight or flight response because it is fundamentally unfamiliar territory. So this happened to me recently when more and more people booked for tarot readings, or they would book for consultations about their spiritual awakening, spiritual concerns, questions about their journey. And I would be like, I hope I can answer the questions properly, or I hope that my answers are correct. And then I remember Miss Aleli told me one time, it when we are talking with a student, a client, or a mentee, it's no longer about us. It's about them. And that helped me regulate that this is not about me. I'm the guide, I'm the facilitator, and as long as I stand in my truth, I will be able to guide them properly. And this is what helps me step into my shoes of being a spiritual teacher to my circle and a tarot reader to my clients. And next, the identity shift. Your habits, your boundaries, and internal dialogue must immediately reflect this new reality. Okay. So when you feel when you still get a surge of adrenaline when you are perceiving your new reality, that's a sign that you haven't fully adjusted to it yet. But if you can go about with your daily life, not worrying about whether you're gonna have clients today, is anybody going to book a session, you just wake up, you do your morning journaling, you do your morning meditation, you go work out, you cook, you take care of yourself, take care of the family, and then you'll just be surprised. There will be inquiries, there will be bookings. So you don't log on to your laptop or your phone, hoping for somebody that I hope that a message from. No. You just completely focus on your habits. You focus on strengthening your boundaries, and you focus on what you're saying to yourself. Like, do you focus on the fact that I am new to the coaching business, or there are too many competitors? Or do you come from a place of my messaging is clear and I know that I will attract clients who understand what I can offer? So there's a clear distinction between the two. So that's how you know that your identity shift is complete, is that you have confidence in what you've built, you have confidence in yourself, and you have confidence that you building your identity and your brand will attract clients. You don't need to chase. Okay. So this is just like a table to help you later on when you review the notes. Okay. I will. Okay, wait. Let's discuss it first. Okay. Recalibrating the baseline. Okay. So the pace or the cadence. The old baseline was linear and predictable. So that was me back when I was still in depth ed. Linear and predictable in what way? I know that every 15th and 30th or 31st, I'd get paid. I know that I will wake up at 5:30 a.m., then go teach, attend some faculty meetings, go home at 5:30 p.m. Now, what happened when I decided to leave Bacolod? Exponential, rapid, because it's a transition phase. I have to look for where I will fit in. And I focused on being a freelancer, entering a freelance support community. And then I also decided to walk the path of being a tarot reader and a coach. So those were very unnerving, unnerving and unsettling realities that I had to deal with, because The spiritual path is something that I never had any experience before. And I didn't see myself doing that. So, exponential and rapid, adrenaline, it causes adrenaline to spike. And there's a lot of push and pull of whether you can do it. Do I have enough talents to make it through? Will people believe in me? And the new default, after shedding your old baseline and after completing the transition phase, it's the new default. It's sustainable and effortless. How will you know that you're there? You just create content. For example, I post reels, I post on threads, and I know somebody will see it, they will read it. I know they will connect, and that will make them want to book a reading or a consultation with me. So, the sustainable comes from my system. It comes from my strategy of how I approach my SEO and my spirituality business from a magnetism point of view. And effortless because I've embraced that I am a being of infinite capabilities, and all I need to do is find what type of expression feels right for me. So it's mostly written, or if you will see my carousel posts with the text on it, that's what really speaks to me. So that's how I post most of the time. Next, mindset. All baseline, seeking, striving. So if you were once in the 9 to 5 or the corporate ladder, wherein you'll have to compete really hard to get a promotion, or if you were like me who was in the public school service, and oh my gosh, instead of resting on Saturday, I'll have to attend masteral classes just so I'll be seen as a qualified teacher. No, thank you. So what happened in the leap, in the transition? Intensely focused. And yes, this is needed because you are trying to become someone you've never, you're trying to remember, sorry, Miss Alali, you're trying to remember, you're trying to become the person you're meant to be. And in a sense, you haven't been that person before. So you're meeting your true self. And that is a process that comes with a lot of unfamiliar territory. And in order for you to meet that, ego death, dark night of the soul, what else? Tower moments. So if you're not focused during that transition, I believe that is why some of my spirituality friends fell into psychosis because they could not process everything that was happening during the changes. And then the new default is having or embodying from a place of having to gain approval, having to be perceived in a certain way by a group of people. You let go, you let it fall apart, and you become the person who has everything you need. Everything you need is inside you. Abundance is within you. And that is why we, as visionaries, as powerful women, we need to have our own creative outlets so that we can bring forth that abundance into our reality. And that is embodying. Okay, so next, feeling. In the old baseline, in your hometown, in the work, in the family structure that you used to belong to, friendship structures that you used to belong to, they were familiar, comfortable, because this was a place that you grew up in, or these were people that you grew up in. But when you awaken, you understand how these people can no longer walk with you. And I do not mean that from a place of ego. I mean that from a place of they haven't walked the path yet, so they will not understand the journey that you will go on. Now, when you leap, you will meet new people, and I've experienced that. It's been exhilarating and chaotic because my my question always was, these are new people. How will I know I can trust them? How will I know that uh, they have my best interests at heart? Or how will I know that I'm supposed to work or collaborate with them? And that's also when I learned that the universe will make any connection that is not meant to be simply fall apart, or it will push you to cut off anyone who has ill intent toward you by putting you in certain situations that feel like a reality slap. So it can be two ways, and that's also happened to me. Miss Aleli knows that. The several run-ins I've had with people here in La Union, even in the spiritual community. And at first, of course, I was hurt. I was angry because angry is one of my default buttons. So I was hurt, I was angry. But when I learned to transmute and to handle my anger, I began to see it as an exercise in discernment. So it was an equal parts of people not having good intentions towards me and the universe sending them to teach me a lesson about how to discern which people can walk with you on your journey, which people you can trust. And I'm happy right now because I have friends. I have you, my soulful sisters, who understand when I start talking about deep spirituality topics. I also have friends here in La Union who understand a little bit, but they're not deep in the practice. And so I talk about other things with them. Um, the mundane life, surfing or drinking cocktails or just local news here in La Union. So it's very different. And that's what helped me become grounded and secure. Because I finally understood that being like this, being awakened, being secure in my own power, allows me to meet people where they are without letting them mess with my energy. Because I know where I stand. So I learned to release expectations when meeting with people for the first time. I let them reveal themselves. I reveal myself also. And then if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. At least I met that person. So it's happened several times throughout my 1 year here in La Union, where I meet new friends, but then it's not meant to be. So the connection falls apart and it's all good. I no longer take it personally. Next, action. Hustle and friction for the old baseline is the same as in the mindset, wherein you will accept workload that is not yours. You will stay up until what? 7 p.m., 8 p.m. just to complete office work. Or you will take other people's loads that are not yours. Now, in the leap, in the transition, high leverage sprint. And what does that mean? That means you've learned to leverage connections, you've learned to leverage resources, and you've learned to leverage time. So you've become wiser that you don't have to wear out your body. You don't have to exhaust your mind thinking of how to do the report, how to finish the task on time, how to do everything by yourself. So you've become wiser in the way you work and the way that you treat yourself. Next, the new default is rhythmic, bounded. You have come to understand what phases or what times you feel motivated. You've come to understand when you feel that you have to rest. You also know when you look at an event, oh, that is something that I will attend and I feel like it's got good things in store for me. Other times it will look like this event looks promising, but it does not match my energy or where I am right now. So you've set the rhythm, you know the indicators, you know the signs of when something is meant for you, or something will serve your higher good, or versus if it will just take away energy and time from yourself. Okay. So next. All right. So these are reflections that you can work on aside from the homework that Miss Alali gave. Okay. So first, where in your life are you currently operating on a linear timeline that could actually be compressed? Second, what old habits, systems, or beliefs are creating friction and slowing down your leap? Third, think of a recent leap you made. Did you experience the rubber band effect, like imposter syndrome, or self sabotage? And what is one boundary you need to set today to protect and normalize your new default baseline? In relation with this, I would like to emphasize to you, sisters, that putting up your wards, your shields, your boundaries is as important in the beginning when you're starting a new leap as it is important in the end when you want to seal the new leap. So, for example, in my tarot reading business, I clearly said in my prayers and in my affirmations, I will not deal with wishy-washy clients who do not understand the value of tarot and who treat it as a fortune-telling party trick. So that's what I said when I started. And now that I see that it's working, it's filtering the people that I work with, the boundary that I set to close the new leap that I made is I only attract clients who will not question my prices and who honor the energy exchange not only during the reading but also after when they need additional consultations, because usually extra questions pop up after the reading. So you have to be very strict with your instructions, your affirmations, and your boundaries. And let me check. Okay. Once the extraordinary becomes your new normal, you are ready to collapse time all over again. But again, the reminder here is beautiful things take time. So, as much as the process sometimes can be inconvenient, painful, or triggering to our ego and our pride, let's enjoy the journey. Let's enjoy collapsing timelines and becoming the highest versions of ourselves. Let's enjoy the feeling of looking back on our old pictures and being amazed with what or where we've come and who the people are with us now. And to close this discussion, I would like to pull another card. as your message for the rest of July? Because the retrograde will end on July 23, if I'm not wrong. And I understand that all of us are experiencing it in our own ways. So, as usual, the important thing is to stay calm. Okay? All right. Creative process. What I said just now. Do not rush the journey of your blossoming soul. So I believe that after this crazy month, there will be more opportunities, more blessings that will help us express ourselves even more and grow as powerful, divine feminine women. So thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your time and your energy, soul sisters. And if ever you need um energy forecast or strategy session, just send me a DM on IG. I'm most active there or on WhatsApp, and I also do coaching for spiritual loss and mindset reframing. Thank you, and I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Patty. Is it okay if you share again that last screen? I would love to
Yes, yes,
just
sure.
ingrain that in every single cell of our being. So Patty said, once the extraordinary becomes your new normal, you're ready to collapse time all over again. And that's why we're here for continuous support for each other, positive reinforcements, right? And yeah, we're here. We're never going away. We're here. That's our purpose. And I'm happy that we're all growing together. Thank you, Patty, and congratulations for a successful event with your soul sisters in the Onion, your first women's wellness gathering. Really, really so proud of you for showing up fully and for riding the momentum and for going with the flow also with the divine guidance. I remember you said earlier you gotta do the inspired action steps when you receive the divine guidance. That's so powerful. If everyone just take that in, please follow that inspiration from Patty. Let me take a picture with this slide. I super love this slide. Wow. One more. Wait. Well. Yay. There. Um, I just want to share that that's why I super love this slide is so what Patty discussed this collapsing 5 years in 6 months, and it can even be 1 month. But then the next level version of you will have different sets of triggers, and then you gotta
Mateo, put
recalibrate
it
all
on
over
because it's
again.
cold.
You gotta recalibrate all over again. I super love it, by the way, that Roshina is here and multitasking as a mom and as an entrepreneur and as a sister to everyone. Um, uh, I anyway. I just wanna I just wanna say I'm so proud of you, Patty. Like the way you, because I witnessed your growth, right? The way you did the first webinar masterclass, and now you're so much more relaxed and chill, and you just know the divine guidance is coming through you. And these are advanced teachings. Like I've never heard this taught in this way, the way you taught us today. So I'm so proud of you. I would like to point out one thing about what you said about attracting clients when you said I would not deal with wishy-washy clients who see tarot reading as some kind of fortune telling party trick. Oh my gosh. A lot of our a lot of not sisters or counterparts in the spiritual healing field are still accepting wishy-washy clients. And I still have that honestly wound in me to overgive and everything, to not honor my curtain, or you call it boundaries, I call it curtain. But I really want all of us in this field, and because Patty has mentioned it, I feel like and that's also my learning. I would like us to intend to shift to what Patty mentioned. I will only attract clients who will not question my prices, and also honor the energy exchange during and after, right? You said during and after you have delivered the service. And that is so big. Also, to those of you who are here, please go back to the journal therapy prompts that Patty shared, especially the first two. I noted it down here in my notes. Where in your life, can kindly present it, my love? Where in your life are you currently operating on a linear timeline that could actually be compressed, right? Because we're like operating from linear, like I I lost, for example, I bought or I purchased something worth 25,000, and so you feel like it's not gonna come back to you 10 times fold, but honestly it will. Quantum is believing in multiplication and amplification, and not linear logical computation of arithmetic and logical reasoning, but coming from a place of infinite possibilities and amplification, multiplication, exponential growth. That is quantum leaping. And the number two, the top two questions for me, of course, everything's important, but these top two, if you have time, what old habits, systems, or beliefs are creating friction and slowing down your leap? For me, it's I'm working on this, and Patty's stronger than me in this aspect. I'm not as responsive as usual people are, because I want to respond with longer messages, but now I'm working on being more responsive, even if it's shorter. But there's value in being responsive. I guess I feel it, not guess. I know you have this gift, Patty. Like, you're very responsive, and as a coach, that's a gift. And that's something I'm working on. For me, that's an old habit that's creating friction, because I had an opportunity that if I just replied earlier, I could have received the money earlier. But anyway, I honestly received the money recently, but I delayed it for like a few months, honestly, because I wasn't replying, I was doubting, or I was lazy, like that. So for me, that's me. Feel free to share what's yours. What is an old habit, a system, or belief that's creating friction and slowing down your leap? And once you eliminate that, everything else will change and shift. Like, for example, answering calls. There are calls that actually will open up a new portal in your growth. Text messages, not everything, but you got to have that discernment, and we can have that topic of discernment later on. I feel like we can continue with another live class. We will set a poll um soon. Yeah, if we will do another live masterclass. Is that good, Patty? You're
Yeah,
okay with that? Yes.
sure.
Yes, so we'll set a poll in the chat. um so I feel like, because there's so much more teachings, and then we would love for you to do a Q&A if you have questions. I also have more teachings on, like, we have mantras more, and I would love to do a group healing transmission, and we can also practice EFT together. But these are all part of the presentation slides. But we will be setting a poll if you want to do another masterclass. But yeah, so what comes next is, starting tomorrow, Thursday, your daily audio transmission arrives in our WhatsApp GC, and sacred homework um from Patty, and daily audio transmissions from me. We may have a 1 day rest, we may or may not, but we are holding you energetically in this next 6 days. So this is day 2, and then we have day 3, day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an 8-day healing and manifestation journey. I have already shared our SATs practice. So tonight, before you sleep, please feel the shift completely landed in your body, fully and completely, deeply, and listen to the audio transmissions. And we wish and pray for you to have that forward momentum, the knowing that something permanent changed in your system. Loop this feeling, this scene until you sleep, knowing that it is all done and it is all yours. And allow me to just bless everyone here for still with us. And we'll meet again in another call. Again, we'll set a poll. Which day would it be this month? And everything is in our WhatsApp group chat. You can also directly message Patty for, a discovery call, or if you want to receive activations and energy reading from her, from me, from yours truly. Again, I would love for you to feel free to contact us and communicate with us directly. And yeah, allow me to just bless you. May everything that is ready to release from the first half of 2026 leave your body and spirit gently and completely tonight. May your sleep be deep and healing and full of pure love frequency. May you wake up tomorrow ready to receive everything that your soul is calling for and everything that is really, truly meant for you. May your field be so open, so clear, and so receptive that the shift happens easily, naturally, and permanently. The vortex is who you are. Now let this identity lead your life from now moving forward, this highest self identity. You're safe to receive more, you're safe to be seen, you're safe to be loved, you're safe to be paid, you're safe to choose, you're safe to lead, and you're worthy of every single thing you have been calling in. So again, tomorrow we will begin with we will continue with more audio transmissions, and Patty will begin sharing insights in the group. And we'll start with identity shift and who you're becoming in the process, and let it all land fully and know that you're being fully supported and guided in this whole journey together. And it's all in our manifesting WhatsApp group chat, so please join. And if you're not yet registered, feel free to register in the link bit.ly midyear quantum leap. Again, this is coming from a place of energy circuitry. So we're very flexible. It is pay what feels good sliding scale. You can pay in full and you receive twice. So one one-on-one session with me and one one-on-one session with Patty, or just pay what feels good and you receive the Quantum Leap playbook, and then Patty and I will send you a card pull, mini oracle card reading, like an energy forecast for the rest of your year. And again, we'll be together for the next few days until July 14. So please listen to the audio transmissions, receive the healing, the group transmission. You have the presentation slides for you to review, and also you have us to ask questions, and then we will set the poll if ever you want another call. So yeah, thank you for joining us. If there are no more questions, we will be closing in a few minutes. But if you have questions, we can stay for a few minutes. Patty, do you have anything else to share before we end? Oh, there are messages. Allow me to just read them, and then I'm sorry I didn't see Emmanuel. No worries at all. I love you, Rashina. Thank you so much for being here. We love your energy here. Super. Like, you don't know how much I appreciate you being here. I know there's a lot of things going on and you're taking care of your son and you have a family. I know how it is. I we super appreciate you being here. And we love hearing those sounds. I love it. I do the same too. Isa says I'm guilty of that. And I do the same. I also have a son. We all have sons. Rashina, Isa, and we have our sons. You know how sons are. And yeah, Hardem says, thank you, Aleli and Patty, for a beautiful sharing session. Stay blessed, so family. Oh. So we'll be setting a poll in the group if we are doing a live call, a closing call. And in any case, if you don't, otherwise we can continue connecting in our WhatsApp group chat. But yeah, let's see if we will have another closing call. I'm just being respectful of your time. So we will be closing this soon. Akshata, so grateful, Ate Aleli. It's creating no questions, just insights. That's amazing. So grateful, Ate Aleli. It's creating huge impact on my life with the work you do and inspiration you share every time. Love your bright smile. Keep smiling. And I want to share for everyone that thinking that you're one and only one that exists in this realm that has a special ability to convert the timeline energy around you and for yourself. Wow. Thank you for that, my dear. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I was depressed, honestly, when I arrived in the Philippines for like some time. I was overwhelmed and now I'm back. So thank you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Isa, I'm in bed now and ready to sleep. I'll keep you in the background. Thank you so much, Annette and Matty, for holding space tonight. I love it when you keep us in the background. Denise, I know, may be sleeping right now. Denise always tell me, D always tells me that I I'm like the lullaby. I put her to sleep. So thank you. Do you wanna share anything, Patty, before we end? We close. Yeah, before we close the session.
Um, thank you again for spending your Wednesday night with Miss Alali and me. And I'm holding all of you in my intentions, and that whatever shadows the retrograde will bring our way, may we not be afraid of it anymore, and instead come from a place of courage, knowing that we've done the inner work and we know who we are. After a long time of searching for ourselves and for our souls, we finally know where we stand, and whatever past that the sky may bring back for us to review, we can view it from a place of empowerment and not from a place of self pity. So I'm sending you all strength and love. And one thing that I've picked up from Miss Aleli is joy and ease. So thank you, and I love you very much.
Aww. One more picture. Smile. I love you too, Patty. Thank you. I've seen your growth. I've witnessed your shifts and breakthroughs and more to come. Individually and also together. There's more to come. I feel it, I sense it. Imagine you're like, we don't even know who will attend the master class, but we're here and yeah. And some people actually confirmed are not here, but then people yeah, like there were like 8 of us in the room and we were not even promoting it as much. We were just going with the flow because we have our own creative project. So really appreciate you from jumping from that. You know, I had a powerful weekend and you had also a powerful weekend from your the Lumat Women's Wellness Gathering, and now you're here. So really appreciate you, Pat. All right, allow me to just bless you, everyone here. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away all your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. And may you walk gently to the earth and know its beauty all the days of your life. Let us bring our hands together in prayer and recite the 5 Reiki principles. Or you can just simply say yes after me. Just for today, I'm at peace. I trust. I'm grateful. I work joyfully. I am love. And with a smile on your faces, let's slowly and gently open our eyes. Thank you so much for joining Patty and I. See you again next time. Thank you. Love you. Love you, Patty.